All right, guys, we jumped in Mom's little gas-sipping BMW all-wheel drive for these treacherous roads we have that Christian has to travel on and said we're so bad. He was slipping and sliding everywhere this morning. But we are getting ready to. You can see the smile. It's pretty exciting. We're headed to check out the full frame-off restored 3+3 square body project that you guys that are loyal subscribers and watchers have seen in the progress. Paint guy says he has got a lot to show us today. So we're going to head over there. We're going to take a look at it. If you didn't see the previous video, we are going to give you kind of like a little background on projects and how projects go, how we do projects. We're not the only guys in this business, guys. There's millions of guys in the car game. But we'll tell you how we do it. And I don't think many people do it differently. There's a lot of them put off, take deposits, delay projects, and milk projects. And that's not what we're about. We feel like we're more production than anything. We want you to get your truck. We want you to live your dream. We've sold vehicles to guys that are terminal and don't have every day to live waiting on a project. They want their stuff done, and they want it done on a proper timeline. There are unforeseens. There are things that happen that are out of our control, like the weather, like shipping, like manufacturers not doing what they're supposed to do. But the things that are in our control is good communication, upfront honesty about what's going on with your vehicle, text messages and pictures and videos, FaceTimes, things like that, so you can feel excited about your project. Because as I've said before, sometimes it's not all about the price of the truck. It's not all about the truck itself. It's more about the process and the project and the excitement of the finished product. So we like carrying our customers along for that ride. We pride ourselves very hard at the car lot about doing it. Brian and Daniel and Johnny in the shop do a great job of it as well. We really do like to keep everybody informed on what's going on. So we're going to pull up here in a little bit, check out this truck. It's nice and warm in Mom's BMW here. We got to jump out in this 20-degree cold, but we're going to do it to bring you guys an update on this cool square body 3+3 crew cab frame off restoration truck. Thanks. All right, guys, as promised, we made our way over to the body shop today. Trying to do some loose ends while the weather's a little nasty. It's not much we can do out on the parking lot. So came over and checked on the 3+3 project truck. You guys know kind of the paint scheme, but I'm going to uncover it for you so you can see it in gloss. And it is coming along very, very good. As you guys, if you watched the previous video, understand this truck is at a point now where we can go a lot of different directions. It is currently big block, 4-speed, and these are your colors. Colors are not changing. They're staying this way. Of course, it'll have the pinstripe. We can go with a couple different style pinstripes, a couple different style moldings, but you know the traditional way we like to do it. This truck was frame off. When I say frame off, full body off. And we have pictures, unfortunately, on our phone that we do not have access to right now because we're getting some stuff filmed at the Freedom Factory this weekend for a little race down there. But we will get those pictures dropped in one of the next videos, and they've been in the previous ones. But this whole truck, body, cab, clip, everything was off the frame. And the frame was smooth, the frame was cleaned, it was soda blasted, or it may have even been pecan blasted, as weird as that sounds. They use pecan shells. So everything was stripped down. Sheet metal that was used, we used a combination of factory and aftermarket, the best items we could find to make sure the fitment was right. And he's been spending a lot of time getting everything blocked in, adjusted properly. That way the finished product will look good. I've showed you guys the motor before. I don't know how covered it up is, but everybody can show you a little sneak peek there. But it's all dressed out, big block, serpentine belt system, air conditioned system. And this will be a heat AC new replacement, like vintage air, like we're doing on a lot of the trucks, so everything's fresh the way we have it laid out currently. This truck could get the other radiator support. It could go with side-by-side headlights. Currently, we're going to do the over top of each other headlights. There are some finishing touches at this point. That's one reason for this video. The other's just because we're excited. Look at the bedside, tailgate, even the headboard of the bed. I mean, everything has been finished and clean. Well, hard to get that up, but you can see across here. I don't want to tear up too much of his work. He's got it covered up, keep the dust off. All painted into the, not just taped off around everything. Everything has been disassembled off the truck. Daniel sourced a bed floor for the truck. I showed you guys a video last Saturday of this area here, and that was the same way on this truck. This truck had a decent bed floor, but this area right here was just not usable. It was too scarred up with rust pitting where everything traps. The bed side goes on here, and there's a pocket. It's seam sealed from the factory, but over time, from the bottom and from the top, stuff makes its way in here, and this always rusts. Would you ever see it again? No. But when you got something fully disassembled, there's no need half-assing it. The other thing with doing it this way is these supports here are always in pretty poor shape. So he's going over, still making sure, even though that's new, it gets imperfections, it gets dimples from the factory. You can see some body work where things have been filled and cleaned up. No different than the other sheet metal and other parts that have been put on the truck. Everything under the truck's painted. Everything in the truck is painted. All the jams are done. The lines run through it properly. We tried to stay pretty close to proper on the heights of everything, so when the moldings do go on and the pinstripes do go on, it'll be as close to factory as possible. You know, some people do a skinnier two-tone, some do a wider, some break it at the front differently. Everybody likes something different. We tried to do what we liked with this one since we're building it basically from scratch. Previous owner of this truck started this project, so going back to project stuff, he started this project, was in it for, I don't know, several years. He's one of my customers for tow trucks and rollbacks and other things. He was several years into this project and said, JW, what can I do? Can I just drop this thing off and y'all finish it? And I'm like, no. At the time, it just wasn't possible. You know, we hate to say no, but it was fully disassembled. Everything was in separate boxes. Everything was in separate parts. He had to use 2 trucks just to bring everything over to me. Finally, he saw a square body crew cab, 3+3 on the website, and he's like, JW, I want to ride like now. I'm ready. I want a truck that's ready. And that truck was very decent. It was not frame off, but it was a nice truck. It was a $65,000, $75,000 truck. It was most everything he was looking for. Big block, crew cab, long bed, 4x4, small lift. Since then, we've changed some lift for him. We've added power steps for him. We've done a bunch of upgrades in the shop. And he's riding now. That was a year ago. So, you know, again, it takes time. It takes a lot of effort. And even though this guy's hands-on, he has a nice shop. He had it all laid out. When he sent me the pictures, I'm telling you, I was tempted to tell him to bring it on. But between getting it to the upholstery shop, getting it to the paint shop, the part we could have done with the frame rolling was no problem. We could have rolled that in and out. If Daniel and Brian had the schedule cleared, they could have rolled that side of the job out in less than a week. You know, shocks, lift kit, tires, wheels, everything necessary, steering, track bar, anything need to be welded or brackets put on. They could have done it within a week's time. But the next steps is what takes time. It has to be outsourced. This truck will leave here when it's done and assembled in a rough nature to the interior shop. Then the interior shops will do a full custom interior. Another place the customer purchasing can make their own decisions. We are planning a King Ranch styled interior with a lot of black. So some of that maroonish saddle color with a lot of black. We've actually already got some door panels and some other things ordered. If it doesn't work for this truck, we'll use it on a different one. If somebody wants all black, that's no problem. If somebody wants to go tan, cream, doesn't matter. You know, the colors of this truck are very neutral. So it's going to work out good. We have the seats sitting ready to go back in it. At this point, manual shift versus automatic can be changed. That's not too big of a problem at this point. All the AC system will be new. The heat system will be new. All the guts in the doors are going to be new. Power windows, power door locks, all that stuff will be fresh. It's going to be a really cool project. So here it is, just a little quick update. Let you bask in the glory there. And I think we picked out some pretty cool colors. The few trucks that we've had this color combination, was this the third? We had the short bed, the long bed. Yeah, so this is the 4th truck recently that we've had with this color combination. And it really does show well. The light here, you can catch it a little bit at the top, but it pops. And of course, still got to be wet sanded, still got to be buffed. Once the pinstripes are added, that makes a big difference. But now that it's got the clear coat on it, you can kind of see the luster it's going to have. When you pop the hood on this truck and see all the chrome, it's got a hugger orange engine, which kind of matches really nicely also. Some accent color underneath of it would be really cool. We may color match the shocks. We might do something kind of old school with it. But that's a great truck. going to be a cool truck. Really happy to give you guys some progress update on it. And Christian was happy just to get out of the office for a few minutes. So, but it is coming along nice. We've got boxes and boxes of parts back at the shop for this truck. We got boxes and boxes of parts back at our assembly area that David, my uncle, and Dave Hawkins work in. So we've got a lot of different things ready for this truck when it comes back to start assembling it. But again, a lot of you might not realize the front end at this point where this would be your radiator support can come out. You can go with the side-by-side headlights like the Suburbans and this style truck in the dualies and the Blazers came in 89 to 91. This has to change to make that fit. Or we're going to have the over and under Silverado headlight. Custom grill, no problem. Anything else, again, those are things that we haven't decided yet that can change, but the rest of it is rolling great. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. Little quick update on this snowy, cold day in Richmond, Virginia. All right, guys, couldn't show my game face in there, but I will tell you I am smiling from ear to ear. That project, Christian is too, is really coming along great. We are thrilled. And you know, we don't ever like to be invasive. It's a husband and wife at this body shop. She does the painting, he does the preparation, he does the buffing. So they're a team, and they've been keeping us very well updated. Again, it's been a longer process, but that's what it takes to get good quality. But me and Christian both now seeing the truck coming together are super excited. We were just talking about colors of interior. You know, you could do a peanut butter, you could do a light tan color with some cool stitching. You know, the diamond pleat, the double stitch diamond pleat. There's so many ways to bring old school to new school and really bring this truck insane on the inside. Some of the cool door panels like you guys have seen in some of the more recent trucks. The stereo in the bottom, you know, cut the doors. You know, unfortunately, you got to cut the doors, but cut the doors and do some nice speaker pods in there. There's so much to be done. But I did want to bring something up, and this was the part that was really funny. And we should have videoed it, but again, I don't like to be intrusive on people. And sometimes the audio, as you know, guys, we've struggled with audio for years. So thankful to get the audio finally worked out. Hopefully you guys appreciate it as much as we did a video yesterday. The mics were not working, and it pained me to watch it. So thank you guys for please always watching it, but also you expressed your opinion enough, we finally figured it out. But they have customers come in that watch the TV shows. We know the TV shows. We know the guys behind the TV shows that are in the TV shows. And all of that stuff, guys, is scripted, and all of that stuff takes place over time. They pointed out something really cool. They were watching one of the shows, and I'm not bashing on any shows. The shows are really good. They're informative. People love them. People watch for a reason. But you can actually watch the people's clothes in the episodes go from summertime gear to wintertime gear. If it's a show that you can see outside the shop, you can see the leaves change on the trees. You can see the seasons. But when you watch that episode, it looks like the truck rolls in, and maybe in 1 or 2 episodes, it rolls back out. And that's over a couple week period of time. That's not reality. It's not about the cost. It's not about the money. It's about realistic experience and realistic expectations. We could shut our shop down and work on one truck at the off-road shop. These guys kind of have already shut their shop down working on this project, though, again, they have to take in other little projects to keep money flowing. But it takes time, and it takes an extreme amount of time. So a real restoration project, if everything goes as scheduled, is still 2 to 4 years of expectation time. Between mechanical, we break it down into 4 categories when we're messing with one. You got mechanical, which is all your driveline related things. Then you got your body and paint. Then you got your interior, which in our case, interior and stereo kind of overlap because one and the same. And then you have your cosmetics, your lift kits, your wheels, your tires, your air conditioning, you know, accessories on the motor, trim, pieces like that. When you break it down into those categories, it's going to take 6 months to a year at each step. And here's living proof. You guys have been watching this project for those that have been watching for a long time. Some of you new subscribers, hello, first off. Glad you're with us. And this is how things are done. But we can affect and control some of those, and we do try to strive for that. We are doing a SEMA truck, or we are in SEMA, and we have a very specific truck. And it's going to blow you guys' mind. Unfortunately, we got to keep it a secret right now, but we are way ahead of time. You hear about SEMA crunch, that's because people start 2 or 3 months ahead of time to try to do a 2 or 3 year project. It never usually works out. This year we're way ahead of it. We're going to stay ahead of it, and we're going to be able to breathe and be comfortable when we get our SEMA build done. And it's a work of art. It's a cool truck. Christian's smiling again. So love that we can still be excited about these projects. Yes, I'd love to snap my fingers. I'd love to spend it twice as much as I'm spending and have it done tomorrow. That's not a real thing. Sometimes, no matter what you spend, it does not make it speed up, and it does not make the quality that you're looking for. So those two things don't go hand in hand in a lot of cases. Happy this one's going along good. Now we're excited. We're going back to gather up some more parts that they need, get some more pieces ordered that we forgot that we needed, and have everything in one big basket ready to roll and get this project to some of its final stages very soon. So thanks for the support. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching as always.